Hello everyone, Danielle here again. Welcome back to my channel. So, I just got through filming my video for The Flash Season 4, and now I am filming my video for Arrow Season 6. So, for Arrow Season 6, a lot of stuff just popped up about the new Big Bad and what's to come this season. So, the Big Bad this season is Richard Dragon, and according to several other YouTubers like Paigey and Nerdgasm, Richard Dragon is a thief in the comic books, and they're going back more to this character being a street criminal. So I'm actually really excited that they're bringing this in. And according to several wiki pages, he is considered one of the best martial artists in DC Comics, along with Shiva and Karate Kid. Those are considered the best DC Comics martial artists, and I'm actually really excited that they're doing this because this character is a character, according to the character description that they released, he was sent to prison for several years for a crime that he didn't commit. And that could lead into some really good flashbacks with Quentin Lance or Laurel Lance. I wonder if Laurel was actually the lawyer that ended up sentencing him and prosecuting him. So that could actually be a really, really interesting thing to see in the show, seeing some flashbacks for Richard Dragon's character, because there are no more island flashbacks. There's no more island flashbacks for Arrow Season 6. I actually have several websites up here, and Arrow producers have actually said that there's no more island flashbacks. So they say this on this website called Screen Rant, that there's less focus on flashbacks, and that Season 6 of Arrow will have more space for its plot and characters. So I'm actually really looking forward to the plot and the characters being more focused on this season. However, they say this on Screen Rant: we know flashbacks will still appear in some form, but mostly the new season of Arrow will be concerned with telling a modern-day narrative and flashing out its growing cast of characters. So that means I'll be more focused on the new characters for this season, which I am so excited about, because I found another article right here called Comic Book DC from the pop culture section, and it says that the Black Canary, in the form of Dinah Drake, will have a new romance this season. And I know what people are saying, oh, what if it's Diggle? I'm like, no, it ain't Diggle. Diggle's married. He's not going to be dating Dinah anytime soon. So Dinah will be getting a new romance, which I'm actually excited about, but I'm still kind of curious if they're going to do the whole Black Canary romance with Oliver Queen, because I know that that's a classic thing from the comic books. Dinah and Oliver were married in the comic books. It's Dinah Lance and Oliver Queen, and we already know that that's not the case with the TV show. With the TV show, they killed off Dinah Laurel Lance in the 4th season of Arrow, with Damien Dark stabbing her and killing her, and that led into a lot of people highly disliking Felicity for essentially replacing Laurel as Oliver's love interest. But with that case, I really don't know if they're going to be taking Dinah Drake and Oliver Queen into a very romantic, direction. I really don't know if they're going to be doing that, but if they did do that, that'll be speaking more to the classic Green Arrow comic book, with Green Arrow, Black Canary, husband and wife, superhero, crime fighting together on the streets. I really do think that that could be something a really nice touch, but I don't know if they're going to take it in that direction, because there are so many Olicity fans out there, myself included. I am an Olicity shipper. I love Felicity and Oliver together, but I'm actually kind of open to Dinah Drake and Oliver Queen being a romantic couple. And I also found another article here Flashbacks and reboot Arrow, producer says season 6 will focus on family from this website called Movie Pilot. And by the way, this is no copyright intended. I'm just sharing you guys this for entertainment purposes. So this is actually going to be focused on family this season, and I'm actually really excited about it because we're going to be seeing more of Oliver with William. I'm really hoping that that's the case, seeing Oliver Queen sort of, developing into the character that's giving everybody the advice like he was in the comic books. That was who he was in the comics. He was always the advice giver, that sarcastic, lighthearted superhero. So I'm actually pretty excited to see him go more towards that direction, and him sort of being a father to William, being a dad to his son. So they're really leaning into the idea of family, and there's confirming some fan suspicion that the survivors of the island will be more than a few. If the show is going to take the family narrative, then there's going to have to be more than just a handful of Team Arrow survivors. They're claiming that, I'm not entirely sure, but they say this: in season 5, we want to explore this idea of someone taking on Quentin's daughter's mantle and what that would look like. In season 6, it will be building on that and capitalizing on that, and also exploring the future. Sure. So I really am looking kind of forward to that. I'm actually kind of looking forward to seeing a dynamic between Dinah and Quentin, sort of. I can think that could be a really good story to tell. And yeah, I really do think that could be a very good story to tell on the show. So a relationship between Dinah and Quentin, a father-daughter type dynamic, could actually be a really, really, really good thing. And Stephen Amell said that Manu Bennett is going to be coming back to the show. They didn't entirely get rid of him. And could the major change to Arrow mean reboot? So after such a catastrophic event, there's no way the Arrow we know and love won't change in a major way. In some ways, one could even say that the season will be a reboot. And they're claiming that reboot is one of those words. It's so funny. And they say yes. But I also think that word can get misconstructed very easily. They're claiming that. And in season 6, you'll be seeing Oliver giving the people in his life the advice for a change. Because everybody in his life has been constantly giving him the advice. Every single episode, but now he's the advice giver for a change, and him sort of going into this role of being a father, of being the advice giver, of being the hero that we know of from the comic book. So I'm actually really, really, really looking forward to seeing Oliver sort of having more of that maturity and taking on that more mature role. Not that he was immature or anything like that on the show before, but I'm actually really, really looking forward to this, and I'm really excited about this. And they're saying, will season 6 mean the end of the flashbacks? Well, they claim this: the show is evolving and it's exciting because it's a new dynamic this season without the flashbacks. Oh, okay. So that means there are no more flashbacks at all this season. They want to build something bigger without any flashbacks, because after so long of having island flashbacks, it's we're finally focusing on the main characters, mainly on what they are, not just on whoever is on the island or in Russia or Hong Kong. We are focusing on some more character development here, which I am so happy about. This is going to be a new season. It's going to be new and fresh, and I'm really looking forward to this. I'm so excited. So that's pretty much all I have to say about Arrow Season 6. So if you guys like this video, you can comment below, you can subscribe, and let me know what your theories are on for Arrow Season 6, and I will talk to you guys in the next video. Bye, guys!